All right, thank you for joining. Today I wanted to go over Polkadot. That's DOT USDT on the Binance chart. It's been a while since I've gone over this project. Let's see here. Looks like the last time I went over was maybe December of last year. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with this one. All right, Giga getting a little bit of a pump there. Little meme coin. But anyway, let's go back to Polkadot. So yeah, it's been a very long time, so I'm going to take my time and go through this. And where can we start here? All right, so I'm actually going to go ahead and delete these. We will hide all of these levels too as well. Let's put the high time frame and key levels on here because something I would like to show everyone here, and that is, as you can see, we are clearly just trading within this range, right? Look at this range from pretty much $3 to $11 is the range. I would not consider Polkadot bullish until we start to trade above this level. This might just be a massive accumulation distribution pattern happening before essentially we get a breakout. But as of right now, this project is pretty much dead. Let's go ahead and zoom out. You can see here, it is holding its launch day lows, right? Which is right there at, even make this key level there, and then we'll just make this red, right? It's pretty much the danger zone. So it's trading right at launch level lows, right? Which comes in at $3.60. So clearly there's a massive limit order just hanging out around that level, making sure that this project does not fall too far below that level. Because even the people that are in this project before the launch date, you know, the angel investors, once it starts falling below $3.60, that means every single person will be underwater. And let me actually see if I can go back a little bit further here. Yeah, so Poloniex is usually the project that has the longest history. Some of the OG traders will understand that. This was in August 10th, 2020. Binance has it August 17th. So yeah, this project is 100% dead in my opinion. Even though it is holding this accumulation distribution zone, $3.60. If you want to trade it, yeah, I mean, this would be a great area to actually enter along, right? You are at the bottom of this channel, right? If you use the fib tool and just go with the 25% rule, you know, if you're below 25%, pretty much the buy zone, sell zone would be somewhere up here, right? All right, so buy zone down here, sell zone would be up there. So right now it is in that buy zone. You know, we also swept liquidity twice, price came up. It's been a few weeks just hanging out down here, but in my opinion, if this thing does decide to even get a little bit of pump just to retest these highs, you're talking at 150 to 60% gain, right? Clearly there's not much to talk about with this project in terms of even these high time frame levels. It's kind of irrelevant because in my opinion, the most important zone is going to be this range right here, right? So you have this low, this high. We could even go ahead and switch this to green, right? You start trading above $11.87, and this project would have come back to life, in my opinion. And then you would go ahead and start target that pivot high, right? Coming in at $23. So from where we are right now, if price was to continue up, if the bull market was to start, you know, for altcoins, especially for Polkadot, because other altcoins are very bullish, yeah, you can possibly get a 400% gain. in this project from the entry level of right now. But this project hasn't really done anything since May of 2022. But is it dead? It looks pretty dead. I don't really consider it fully dead until we start losing this level. If we start losing this $3.60 level, then yeah, there's not much room to go until you're at zero, right? Where is $0 on this? Right, so $0 is right around there. And when you do it on this chart, you can see that's really not too far away, right? This is the last support zone, last super important support zone. If this level gets lost, who knows what the price of Polkadot could fall down to, right? Just bouncing between $0 and $3. So in my opinion, still a good area to buy. I do like the price action on the weekly in terms of liquidity being grabbed and it's holding its support zone. You do have a 150% gain to the current range highs, 70%, right? So that's not bad at all. If you go ahead and pulled some trend lines, you'll see we did also break out of this trend line. This has been basically on a downtrend since May 12th, right? So a few months there. If we go down to the daily, you'll see it a little bit more clear. So we had a low here, price came down, took out the low, came up, rejected, held a higher low, rejected, and then finally broke out, right? So that's what I mean by this project is gaining a little bit of momentum right now. And I believe it's a solid time to put on a little bit of risk. Remember, not financial advice, but in my opinion, based on this price action, I would hope that you get a little bit more momentum. The time for this to pump is pretty much now, right? And you then aim for those highs over there. So I'm going to leave this just like this, and we'll see what happens in a few weeks, right, leading into next year. Because this project, there's not much to really say about it besides you definitely want to be in this project below $5 and you want to aim for $11 at least to get 100% return on your gains. And it's not like it's something that cannot happen, right? It did it twice before and it took about, let's see, from the lows November 5th to December 7th. So that's 1 month. What about here from this low, October 20th? So this one took a lot longer to hit that resistance to March. About 6 months, right? So we'll see how long it takes to hit this top again. But in my opinion, we are at an interesting buy zone. Not much to say about this project. It's in a massive accumulation pattern right now. Equal highs, equal lows. And the interesting thing about this is that this low is lower than the previous low, right? So that's an engineered high. Liquidity is just up here hanging out. And that's most likely what will draw price back up to those levels, right? So keep an eye on Polkadot. It could still be an amazing trade. It's holding its level. So even though it hasn't done anything in a while, it is holding these lows, which is very important. There's some smart people out there that is just accumulating every single time it taps $3.60. And those smart people, just from this level alone, are already up 22%, right? And yeah, if they hold on to their bags all the way until the range highs, you're looking at 228% gain, right? So that's how much a $1 or $2 difference can make on your portfolio. So that's pretty much it. Remember to follow me on Navitility. On X account is called Navitility. And yeah, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below with a project you'd like to see me trade. Right now, it is a interesting place to enter a long. Price is holding above the breakout downtrend line. And yeah, possibly 160% gains to $11.80. Right? If you fall below $3.60 and stay below that level for a very long time, I would be extremely worried with Polkadot, and definitely start looking somewhere else. Not financial advice. Like and subscribe. Take care. Bye.